Hey y'all, I'm back to do the journaling cards for the floating pockets. And I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and I'd already started cutting these cards up. These are digitals from Tailor Made Journals. I'm using her her Victorian Gothic kit and her antique book covers set 1. As I said, I had to cut these down. They ended up needing to be 2 inches by 3 3/8 inches. So I chose the parts of the covers that I wanted to keep and what I was willing to lose. And what I wanted to keep were the steeples in the background and the windows with the flowers trailing off. I think it's a really pretty image, so I wanted to use that. Again, these are printed on to thin paper. These are not the best prints either. I was running out of ink. So they're great for these grungy types of journals where you don't want everything to be perfect all the time. So I'm backing these onto thicker book pages. By the way, on the back of this book page was this really cool green and black vintage image of a temple, and I'm going to somehow incorporate that into one of the journals. Just making sure they fit okay in there, and I'm going to go get the other one cut out. I'm going to cover up the words. Sorry, I was off camera. I chose another one of the book covers. This one has ivies all over it. So I'm going to kind of fussy tear around some of the ivies and see how I like that. I'm happy with that. Glued that piece on, cut the end off, and pick another piece out for the other one, do the same thing. Okay, so I've cut both these out. I've also backed them onto some coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to flip the corners of these. I don't want to stitch around them because the top of this steeple is so close that if I stitch across here, it's not going to look like a steeple anymore. So I'm not going to stitch these 2 cards. But I am going to ink them with some ground espresso distress oxide. Got a little, I'm not shaking the camera, got a little heavy-handed there. Just gonna darken that corner a little bit because I'm gonna put an eyelet in each of these corners. And then I don't know what I'm going to put into the eyelet yet. I haven't made anything. I haven't sorted any dangles or trinkets or anything out yet for this journal. Okay, darken that corner. Sorry, I know inking's a little bit boring to watch, but it's part of the process. So these are done, other than I'm going to put some eyelets in them off camera a little bit later on. And I need to make journaling cards for these two pockets. So I've already cut some book page and backed it onto some coffee dyed paper. And these are the sizes that I need to go into here. One thing that I've learned is until you finish building your cards up, don't clip these corners, because if you clip them first and add another layer of paper and then try to clip them again, they're going to be just a little bit off and you'll end up having to trim with scissors. So I chose this page from the Victorian Gothic kit by Tailor Made Journals, and I want this section to be my little card. So I'm just going to glue this down and cut it out. Okay, now I'm just gonna round the corners and ink this one up. This one I am gonna stitch around and add an eyelet to. Okay, I need to make one more card. And I've chosen another piece from the Victorian Gothic kit by Tailor Made Journals. I'm just going to cut off this white edge because I've already chosen the piece on the page that I want, and I want this piece over here just because I was hoping these reds would match up better, because I really like this image. So I'm just gonna dodge that edge where the red's too bright. I maybe could darken that. I might play with it and see if I could darken it with some inks or something and use it later. Make sure. Same process. Cut it out around the corners. Ink it up. This one I'm also going to be stitching and adding an eyelet too. And then onto a different kind of ephemera to put into the journal. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing that corner. Okay. So I'm going to give this a minute to dry and do all my steps, and I will be back to show you what they look like. Okay, all stitched and everything, and this is what I ended up with. I put a black eyelet in this one. Oops, little piece of paper on there. And these are going to go into these pockets. I'll add something here later. This one I put a black eyelet on and just put a piece of the same fabric I used on the cover through the eyelet. That one's going to go into this pocket. The same little green card to go into the same little pocket. And then here's this one. Put the golds because of the gold key. And this one will slide into this green pocket. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying my projects. I'm trying to do some smaller videos because I'm having problems with my camera again. Anyway, all of Lorna Taylor's information to her shop, Tailor Made Journals, and the kits that I've used will be listed below. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Appreciate it.